Okay, this tutorial is going to show you a little bit about the guest lists and creating your evites. Let's go on to manage guests. So the first thing you're going to want to do is start adding your guests. So I'll view my guest list. I've already started adding guests, as you can see here, but I'm going to add another guest. So click on add guest, and it's simple. You have lists here. You've got drop down box where it says normal guest, an all day guest, a best man. The reason why they're configured like this in the drop down box is basically for an emailing list. So if all your bridesmaids are entered in your guest list as bridesmaids, you can just send an email to all your bridesmaids in one hit. So that's the reason, or your evening guests or your normal guests, all day guests. So that's the reason that's drop down box is here. I'm just going to enter an all day guest, and my guest is Mr. and Mrs. Jones, appropriately enough, and the full names Stephen and Maria. Okay, then you need to put their guest email address in. So we'll put in here Stephen Jones at hotmail.co.uk, and I'm going to include they've got 2 children, so I want to include their 2 children. So the invite's going to include 2, and additional text will be Dan and Lisa, their 2 children. So that's my guest, Stephen and Maria Jones, and their 2 children included. Press submit. Okay, and it will show you your guest list, and there they are in there. And you can see the invitation. It says here on the 3rd column, invite sent no. In fact, nearly all my guests say no. So I'm going to go ahead now and create my evite. So click on the create evite button. Okay, and you can press create evite now, and that will take you to the template page. Now you can see here you can create your invitation using the buttons on the left hand side. You can select your border size, your border color, your background color, the top image, which is the top banner, and all the font and font colors, etc. I'm going to change the top banner, which is called top image here. Select a different one. There's many to choose from, and I'm going to select this one here. You can see it changes like that. I like the background color. I like all the text and font, so I'm going to go ahead and send my evite. Now you can test this and send it to yourself. So if you press send test evite, it will send the invitation to your own mailbox, just so you can have a look and make sure it's okay before it goes out to your guests. But I know that's okay for me, so I'm going to just press send evite like so, and it will come up and tell you exactly who's been sent your invitation. Then you can go back to the control panel, back to your guest list. If you view your guests, you'll see now in the 3rd column, invite sent, most of them say yes. The ones that say no, I've programmed the guest list to not send them an invitation. They're not invited, basically. I've invited them to look at the website, but they're not invited to the wedding. And you can do that simply by clicking on a guest, and here you have 3 areas, 3 drop down boxes: save a date, invite sent, invite accepted. If you don't want a particular guest to receive an invitation before you send your invites, invite accepted, and you just click not invited, and they won't receive an invitation, but they will get a username and password for your website. And that basically covers the guest area, guest lists, and how to create an evite.